Welcome back to Dark Corner's Physical Media Reviews. We're looking at Studio Canal's 40th anniversary release of Akira Kurosawa's magisterial Ran in 4K and Blu-ray. In English, the title means chaos, and from its controlled yet ominous opening, the film depicts descent into chaos in many ways, most notably into brutal war and into the madness of its protagonist, Great Lord Hidetori, played by Tatsuya Nakadai. This sequence was done in a single take, as they were actually burning the set down. Based on Shakespeare's King Lear, Kurosawa uses the medieval setting to dig into the themes of the play better perhaps than any other cinematic version. But it is also a very Kurosawa film, its most famous scene calling on disturbing childhood memories of the aftermath of the Kanto earthquake. Famously, Kurosawa had been planning the film for years. Its painterly compositions and vivid colour palette mapped out in paintings long before shooting began. Its long gestation was in part because of the problems its ageing director had in securing finance, a history that is well covered in the special features, including interviews with the producers. It's a stunningly illustrated boxes I should say. Really, no expense spared. Have to say, I don't actually like the artwork, just not to my taste, and it does seem to me that given the number of really incredible pictures Kurosawa himself painted preparatory to the film, that would have been the better way to go, but, you know, to each their own. Don't like the posters either, if I'm honest. Other opinions are available, but these just don't speak of the film to me. For one thing, they're not very colourful. There's also a 100-page booklet with essays and background. There's always interesting stuff in these, and it's very well illustrated. Now that, just to be contrary, these I do like. The discs themselves, they just look the part. The special features are on a separate disc in this 4-disc set. The other discs are the 4K, the Blu-ray, and the wonderful soundtrack by Toru Takemitsu, really the best soundtrack of Kurosawa's later films. And if you didn't know beforehand that financing came from France in the end, then you will afterwards, because most of the special features are in French. On the one hand, if you're watching Ran, you are presumably cool with subtitles. On the other, dubbing it into English doesn't seem like that much work.
Le plus impressionnant, c'est quand même la vitesse et la relative simplicité des moyens. À l'intérieur du triangle des châteaux, l'équipe se déplace, démonte, remonte, transporte les praticables et les projecteurs, et dans le temps qu'il faudrait à un autre pour régler une partie de billard, Sensei tourne 7 plans de bataille.
Especially as there is a Japanese documentary on samurai history that has been dubbed into French. The 70-minute making-of doc is great. Lots of behind-the-scenes footage with occasional contributions from cast and crew talking about the challenges of making a period epic. There's also a 40-minute film in which Jean-Christophe Charonier talks about the historical aspects, costumes, ritual, weapons and warfare, and Ran, like most of Kurosawa's samurai films, does an extraordinary job of putting you into this world. We also get interviews with author Michael Brook talking about Kurosawa's career, Shoji Ueda, one of the film's 3 credited cinematographers, and actress Miyako Harada, who plays my favourite character, everyone's favourite character, Lady Kaide. And is blisteringly brilliant in the role. Here, talking about such details as learning that she would need to shave her eyebrows.
って言って、私こういうふうにやってこう眉毛をこう隠して見せたんですね。そしたら、おーっていうふうに監督おっしゃって、面接は終わりました。
これがこの楓のお願いに対するご返答でござりまするか。よくも黒金殿と示し合わせてわらに恥をかかしめされた。
Surprisingly, with all this going on, there are no commentary tracks. The two from the original DVD release by Peter Grilli and Stephen Prince have not been included here. And that does feel like an omission, if only because where do you get them now? As a film, I would find it impossible to say anything negative about Ran. It's an extraordinary achievement that is both breathtaking in its scale and devastating in its insight. It's easy to focus on the battle scenes, said to have inspired Spielberg for the Omaha Beach sequence of Saving Private Ryan, or the use of colour. It is also a powerful statement on the futility of war. Really, come the end, futility is the only word, and reflects Kurosawa's typically bleak view of mankind. But its brilliance is framing all this as a portrait of a man coming face to face with his past. And learning that the sins of his youth don't vanish, they spread. For Kurosawa, it was exhausting, and interviews suggest that he knew this was the last time he would be physically able to make anything on this scale. Which is not to say that he wouldn't make other good films, but most would agree Ran to be the final masterpiece, a towering monument to a great filmmaker. One slight caveat, the box set has sold out and is now only available on the secondary market at an inflated price, but the film in 4K is still widely available with all the special features. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. What are your thoughts on Ran, and what other directors summon up late career masterpieces? Let us know in the comments below.